I deleted my previous Porsche Cup Practice 1 video. We have to redo the entire thing again. So pretty much we have the 50-minute practice, the 30-minute practice 2, and then the quali today. And then tonight we have the race. So we got a whole bunch of stuff to go over and stuff like that. So yeah. Also, I'm trying to get American Truck Simulator to work. We just have to wait because the new update is coming out today. 1.54 is coming out today. So that's very, very cool. There's a speculation, but I believe that it's coming out today. Would imagine so, because it's closing in on the new DLC release of Missouri that we're going to be checking out. Make sure to tune in to the channel here. I know it's been a while with American Truck Simulator and all this nonsense here on the channel. I am trying my best to keep this channel afloat as much as possible. I had a whole bunch of like thoughts saying, oh, is this channel really worth it to keep up? Should we just, like, I'm like a few weeks ago, I was on the verge of probably deleting this entire channel. Because I've been focused so much on this that I have not actually have paid attention to my life. I've been mainly focused on trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, and it's not really working that well. So it comes back, and it comes and goes in other ways, shapes of forms. So, and I just deleted probably one of my best videos that I ever have done. So we gotta redo it. So there's so much content that I need to post. Sometimes I just can't keep up. Which freaking sucks because you have limited amount of days to like do everything. Like I want to post every single thing on one day, but you can't because you got things to focus on like work, school, job, money, maybe a relationship, maybe like I don't know what things people do nowadays, but it's hard to be a YouTuber. Like if you've been wanting this since when the day you like, for me when I first saw Jeff Fabiano, I wanted to be just like him. Not just, but you get the point. Similarities. Be similar to him as much as possible. Which it worked. And I've been wanting to be a YouTuber ever since when I was a kid. And, like, I've been on the grind. I've posted so many freaking videos. I've done Twitch for like 5 years. I deleted. My Twitch is still up, but the thing is, I don't know what's going on with Twitch because it shows that like I could make videos through my Twitch, but I can't live stream through my Twitch, if you guys understand what I mean. So I am streaming on YouTube through my Twitch, which is pretty much, I'm mainly on the YouTube platform. Been posting my videos ever since. But I can't stream on Twitch anymore, so I'm streaming through YouTube with my Twitch account connected. If you go right. But yeah, I deleted I was literally just deleted probably one of my favorite videos yet, and that was the Porsche Cup RSR Practice 1. Gotta redo that. It sucks because I didn't mean to delete the video, and now I can't get it back, so now I'm screwed. And plus my watch hours are going down, my channel is going down, so it's like, I wish I started my YouTube channel earlier in life, but it is what it is. I'm just having fun, but I've been wanting this and putting my hard work. Like, I don't use any editing software. I want to. I can't find one. So I've been looking ever since when the live stream of Twitch ended their Twitch studio to make videos and stuff. I've been looking for an editing software since then, which I can't recall how long it's been. So I have 1,348 videos that doesn't have any editing software on it. Like, I wish I had an editing person. I wish I had an editing software, but I just can't find one to make the videos a little bit better. Because if so, like, that, I don't know where I would be, but all these crazy ideas for YouTube videos and stuff that I want to get down, but the thing is, I'm quite limited because I don't have a lot of, like, I don't have a tripod. I want to get one, but there's the other thing, like money and stuff. So and I'm dedicated. I want to push hard. Yes, P1 in practice. 1. Really, really good. this is not like one of those videos where you feel sorry for the person. It's just like, it sucks. But I'm pushing through it. I think this is the hardest I could push my car to be 1.208. Setbacks in life and stuff, like family stuff. Especially with yelling parents or parents that yell at you or stuff like that. People that like just bring you down. Pretty much messes up your mind of how you interpret things and stuff. It's like lap times. Sometimes have very, very good ones. And then the lap times go to red and they bring you down. Stuff similar. God damn it, dude. Seriously? Not his. That's not my fault. But also, in other news, which I'm super excited for, is that my birthday is coming up. So that's super sick as well. So we're gonna race through life. We know that we may have some really good lap time sectors, some really poor ones. It's always gonna be. Things. And also, you may be wondering, oh, you're a McLaren fan. Why are you driving a Porsche if you're a McLaren fan? Well, I like these type of racing cars, these Porsche cars. I wish I had one. That would be my dream, to own one of these things and make it street legal. Maybe also saying, well, aren't track cars not street legal? Well, I would be the first to ever make a track car road legal. Like the Bugatti Bolide. I would make that thing street legal. It already has all the safety features. Slap in a few airbags, street legal tires, license plate, turn signals, boom, you're done. That's pretty much all you need. But yeah, I would. When I first started sim racing, I was trash. I was really bad. My first sim racing game was probably Assetto Corsa competition. ACC, yeah. And I was really bad. So then I moved to Assetto Corsa, the normal one. Started racing there, still kind of trash and garbage. But I wanted to also make my channel based around sim racing as well, to show off like where I've gone and how better I've been. So from where I was to where I am now in sim racing, it's insane. That's on you, my guy. That is on you. You pit yourself. That is pretty much on you. Move! Life sucks. But life is like racing. You get a podium, I'll make an inspiration video. This is not going to be it though, but I'll make it a very much inspiration video. And I hope I inspired a bunch of people, but if not, that's perfectly fine. At least I made 500,000 people happy because they watch my stuff. People are watching this. As long as somebody likes and views my video, I made them happy. Because they like my content. So anyway, we're holding up P1 and the practice 1. We got practice 2 and qualify 1 and the race today, so I'm super excited about this. car in the pits and watch. Alright, we're back up on track. Okay. So the session is finally over. Our car was pretty good. We have held fuck. We held on to pole position, which is very, very good. Yeah, brake fade, so gotta be careful on that doozy. Cool.